Hello, hello. What's up, everyone? Today, I wanted to show you three tools or three features, actually, of one of my favorite tools that can help you actually take your social following and turn them into customers. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because it's a really common question that I get from both social media managers and content creators who are trying to figure out, how do I actually take this momentum that we're building and turn it into something tangible, turn it into something that my client is going to want to continue paying me for, aka ROI, return on their investment, or that I can actually build a sustainable living from. So, like I said, I want to show you three features of my favorite social media tool, which is Metricool. Metricool is working with me on today's video, and you can always use my code. I've got this code ongoing. It's Latasha, and it's going to be linked in the description box below for you, the link to sign up. That code, Latasha, will get you 30 days free on any of their premium plans. So any of the features that I'm talking about today, you will have access to use them. A lot of the features, though, are available even on a free plan. But yeah, it is seriously such a game changer for me. And yeah, I want to show you some kind of hidden features that I didn't really even know about, to be honest, until recently. I've been using Metricool for years, working with them for years, and I only just found out about some of these ones, and I think you're really going to like them. Okay, so the first one is Smart Links. Smart Links is a feature that enables you to build basically a little mini website for your social profiles. It is so easy, so fast. It's so plug and play. What I also really like about it is that you can disable certain links or you can drag links around really easily. So, for example, if you are a content creator, let's say, and like me, maybe you have a lot of different things that you do. Sometimes you share affiliate links, sometimes you host workshops, sometimes you have brand sponsorships. Well, you can easily change those links without having to go in and replace your Instagram bio link, for example, or update every single YouTube description box that you have. If you're just linking to your Metricool Smart Link, well, now all you have to do is go in the back end of Metricool and change that or disable a link, and it changes everywhere. It's amazing. And what this has to do with in terms of the sales process is it's optimizing the customer journey. It's optimizing your profiles. It's making sure that you have linked in your profile whatever the primary thing is that you want to be known for. So again, if you are a course creator, well, make sure that you have your signature course linked in your Instagram bio. Make sure that you have it linked in your YouTube. Make sure that it's available for people. I actually, I'm like 10 years into being on YouTube, longer than that actually. I think 11 or 12. And still, I mess this up. You would be so shocked by how many times people are like, "Oh my gosh, you have a podcast?" And I'm like, "How do you not know that?" And that's on me. Like, why am I not promoting it more? Why am I not talking about it more? Why am I not making it clearer and easier for people to sign up and things like that? So, whatever you want to be known for, whatever you want to sell, whatever makes you money, put that front and center and make sure that that customer journey going from a viral reel that you have or a popular YouTube video that you have actually captures customer information via an email or gets them to click on something that they can download or purchase. You don't want to lose that momentum and lose that steam, essentially. Okay, and then the next feature of Metricool that you need to know how to use is their analytics features. Now, they've got a lot going on in terms of analytics. But most importantly, as a content creator or social media manager, you need to be looking at your analytics if you want to turn your followers into customers. In the beginning, I think it's totally normal and actually recommended to just kind of have fun and play around and use your intuition and have some breathing room, because you don't really know what you like. You don't know what your audience likes yet. And I don't want you to stress too much about numbers on day one. But on day 30, on day 60, on day 90, you should be looking at numbers. I always say that, your creativity and your intuition is where ideas start, but your analytics is going to be where those ideas are validated and where you can start to make decisions. So Metricool is my favorite social media tool for this reason and this reason alone. I mean, there's a lot of things I like about it, but this is the number one thing I love about it is their analytics. They are so easy to read. You just click in there and you can sort by your different platforms. And, in most importantly, if you're going to be thinking about customers, I want to look at, for example, on Instagram, I want to look at my saves. How many people are saving my posts? If I'm running ads, I want to look at link clicks, obviously. But I just want to also look at like overall views and reach. And that way I can know what to do more of, what to do less of, what type of content is really performing for me and what is getting me my audience so that I know how to gain more of them. And then something that's really great in particular about Metricool is if you click on reports, you can build out templates. So this is super helpful really for everybody, but particularly the social media managers out there, because you should be regularly reporting for your clients. I like to have a monthly reporting meeting on the calendar, and this takes away like all of the work. It literally does it for you. You set it up once, you decide, all right, I want to look at Instagram growth, or I want to look at Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok growth, or whatever that, whatever is important to you and to your client. And you can choose the metrics that you want to show up on your report, and then you can automate it. You can actually automate it and click, I want to receive the report by email every month. And you just get that template sent to you every single month or to your client if you'd like to. My advice for the social media managers is I like to send it to myself so then I can cascade it over to them so that I can really explain the metrics to them instead of just sending it directly to them. But yeah, it makes it so easy. So get in the habit of looking at your analytics, determining which metrics are important to your bottom line, which metrics are going to make you money, which metrics are influencing sales, and look at them and use those metrics to make decisions to improve your content and get more of your audience over to your sales pages. And this has more to do with analytics, yes, but it's a little bit of a different spin on it. The last feature that I absolutely love on Metricool is their competitor feature. This is really helpful because if you have competitors, if there are other brands that you know that are doing well, that are converting their audience into customers, and you are struggling with that, well, you can spy on them. You can take a look at what they're doing and see if there's any way that you can make that your own or replicate those strategies, employ some of those strategies to do the same thing for your own audience. And of course, you can just do this manually. You can just say, okay, like I'm Adidas, I'm going to look at Nike, I'm Target, I'm going to look at Walmart, whatever. You can just manually go onto Instagram or YouTube or whatever the case may be, but it's not incredibly scientific when you do it that way. And it's also really slow and it takes a long time. It's very manual. So Metricool has a feature. If you go into their just their analytics for any of those platforms, and you scroll down to the bottom, you can pop in any competitors that have accounts on that platform. And you can first off get a high-level overview of some of those same metrics that you get for yourself. So you can see how many followers they have, how many posts they've posted during the time period, how many likes they're getting, all of that good stuff. But you can actually click into more stats as well and get like a full breakdown. It honestly feels like I'm really spying, which I love. You can see a list of their posts and see specifically like what their engagement rate was on those posts, how many likes, comments, interactions they got on those posts. Of course, I'm not going to be able to see like their back end of their Google Analytics and see how many, sales they made or anything like that. That would be a little too weird, but you can use that information to say, all right, this carousel performed well, this reel performed well. We're not even doing carousels or reels. Like maybe if we want to sell like them, we need to post content like them a little bit too. So that can be so helpful. And sometimes it is a little scary. Sometimes it can be maybe, I don't know, a little intimidating to see what all these cool people are doing. But I find that it really just gives me a lot of inspiration and also gives me a lot of encouragement. When I feel like, oh my gosh, the Instagram algorithm hates me, or I am, never going to be able to sell or do what I need to do, and I see other people doing it, it can be really motivating and it can just kind of unlock something for me. So definitely use that feature to your advantage if you can. So those are my 3 favorite kind of hidden features of Metricool. I think everybody thinks of using Metricool for a social media scheduling tool, which is absolutely important. I love that. I love the content calendar feature, but honestly, like these three are some of my favorites overall. They just unlock so many possibilities for you as a content creator or as a social media manager and really help bring the whole story together. Because what good are a bunch of likes, a bunch of comments, a bunch of saves if you're not actually moving people over to convert and, to spend money with your brand, right? So hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions about any of these features. I love talking about Metricool and doing tutorials for them. So if there's anything you want me to go in more depth on, please be sure to let me know. And don't forget to use my code Latasha at the link down in the description box. So you can get 30 days free on any of Metricool's premium plans. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.